Happy April Fools. It's April. Woohoo! This video is not a joke, but I wanted to give some things I've learned from tulips. This is my first year planting tulips for cut flowers, and I'm maybe a third of the way done with harvesting for the season. So here are some things I've learned. All of these tulips are singles of varying colors. I want to show you. First thing I've learned is when to harvest. So this is maybe a little, we can harvest it right now. If it was any more open than this, you're not going to get as long a vase life. Instead, you want to harvest it when you're starting to see color, like this one, but it's still really nice and tight and closed together. Here's another example that I've already pulled out. It's colored up, but it's still really closed. I will even harvest them like this when they're showing just like the color on the tip, but really closed up. Here's another one of a different color. That will give you the longest vase life. Number two thing that I learned is that I did not plant my tulips deep enough. So they say about 6 to 8 inches deep to plant them. And if you look at this one that I already pulled up, this is probably closer to 3 to 4 inches that was in the ground. And that made my whole tulip shorter. Had I planted it deeper, I would have had a whole lot more of a stem. The third thing I learned, you can see now that I have these water lines, water lines in here to keep these really nice and watered. And I did really well at watering them in the spring, but I did not water them very well in the fall, in October when I planted them. And I think that contributed to them having some shorter stems. Granted, our winter was very, very mild, so it wasn't as cold as it usually gets. So our stems ended up being shorter that way too. But I think that the lack of water as they were getting going, because we had no fall moisture, contributed to that as well. And so lastly, I'll just show you when you harvest a tulip, if you want to get the longest stem possible, and that's what I want as a cut flower farmer. You take the whole thing, and my ground is very wet, so I can just take it and pull it, and the whole bulb comes out. This one got a little bit deeper than the other ones. And then I'm gonna cut it right off down right there at the bulb. To give me the longest stem possible and take off a few of these leaves so that I will get up to 7 to 8 days in the vase. And the last bonus thing I learned is that if you leave the bulb on like these, they can stay in a cooler from 35 to 40 degrees for up to 2 weeks. And then when you're ready to use them, you cut off the bulb, put them in water and rehydrate them, and they're ready to go. So obviously there are lots of things to learn. These are just some of my top things that I learned this year. Trying it out for the first time, but they're so beautiful and I've loved having them. First sign of spring. It's been wonderful. Even after a mild winter, it was so fun to start seeing something bloom again.